So you want to know the most fun champions in Paladins, huh? Well, you've come to the right place. Hello everyone, my name is Rainday, and today I'm going to walk you through my top 5 most fun champions in the first-person free-to-play shooter from Hi-Res Studios. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 5 goes to Evie, the Winter Witch. Now I know most people's connotations of witches aren't exactly friendly or fun. They're a little bit haggard and old and, not really doing nice things, but Evie is totally opposite. In fact, she's pretty cute, but the fact that she's 12 also is a little odd. So let's stay off of the physical aspects of her. Let's actually look at what she does as a character. But hold on, bro. Last time I played this girl, she was making illusions and whatnot, and now she's turning herself into a popsicle. What's going on, bro? So yes, you're correct. She now is turning herself into a giant popsicle that you don't want to stand near, by the way. That ability is called Ice Block, and it's actually been added to her kit, whereas she used to be more of an illusion deception type character, she now is focused more on CC, but the way she applies her CC, in my opinion, is what makes her so much fun. Freezing anyone in any game is usually a very rewarding experience, and Evie does that with tact, grace, and also a very big element of surprise. One of the other fantastic aspects about playing Evie is that you'll immediately recognize that she's easy to pick up but very hard to master. Her skill cap is insanely high, maybe one of the highest in the game, making her one of the best champions when played to her full effectiveness. But it's going to take some time. You're going to have to put in some hours and grind those levels if you want to achieve her maximum damage. And not just damage, but effectiveness in general. She could serve many roles on a team, being very deadly on the point and off of it in terms of flanking opportunities to get to those backline characters like Canessa who may be troublesome to your team. Evie has no problem sticking to them or making sure that she can space out a group of opponents who are about to cap a point with her ice block, forcing them to run away and give her team some breathing room for them to regroup and re-attack. And is anyone a fan of dying in here? Yes, I embrace death and all that comes with it. Oh, for crying out loud. Would you shut up, Jimmy, and stop wearing black lipstick? For most of us who want to stay alive while we're playing Paladins, Evie is a great choice, and because she can CC opponents and do it in such a fun, mobile way while still outputting high damage, she ranks in at number 5 on my list of the most fun champions in Paladins. Now, ranking in at number 4 on my list of the most fun champions in Paladins comes Cassie, the Hunter's Daughter. Now, let's be real, Cassie's only on this list because she's bae, and so yeah, she's a digital character and not existing in real life, but I'm still gonna holler at her. Cassie, what up? And whether she dates me or not, I still want to say that she is one of the most fun characters for me to play in this game, Paladins Champions of the Realm, because of the fact that she has this one build that is just so much dang fun. Now, Cassie in general is a great character, but she's very straightforward. What's so interesting about this build and how it changes the dynamic for me when playing her is that it completely makes the skill cap on her so much higher. And again, as you noticed, I love high skill cap characters because it's always an entertaining task, an entertaining challenge when I go ahead and pick them up. I want to see if I've improved or what I do wrong so that I can improve next game and be better with that character. The entire fun of this build on Cassie hinges around a card called Incitement, which, if you take the highest level of it, currently allows you to reduce the time on your dodge roll, your movement ability, by 6 seconds. Now, that movement ability is also an 8-second cooldown, which means that if you perform the action of the card, you will have a 2-second movement ability, which means you can continually every 2 seconds be using your movement ability to move around the map in crazy ways. So what's the contingency? Is it to blow your nose? Is it to fart while no one's looking? No, it's to hit a shot after you dodge roll, which means that you have to be a good shot, and you have to make sure that after every 2-second dodge roll, you are basically finding a target and landing a shot. That is how this build becomes so much fun, because pretty much every 2 seconds you're shooting, hitting someone, dodge rolling again once they've got their eyes on you and their aim locked, and then you're shooting them again, dodge rolling again once they've had a second chance to readjust, and this could conceivably go on forever. Seriously, forever. Now, I am not the best at this, I'm still learning, and of course the contingency is that you have to hit your first shot after dodge rolling, so if you roll, shoot, and miss, and then hit your second shot, no dice, you don't get the reset, so you have to be really good. That's why a lot of pro players can show this build off a lot better than just me, because they're very good at aiming and they can actually play it to its full potential. But the thing is, what if you don't want to play that build, or what if you're just not interested in that playstyle? Should Cassie still rank on this list? And for me, I would say yes, maybe she dropped to 5 instead of 4 for me, but personally, I've always found Cassie fun and it's because she's kind of like a sniper, but she's a little bit more mobile, but she still pumps out great damage. You could build her to do a lot of knockbacks to enemy teammates, you could build her to cripple players, and of course she's got a high skill cap in general. After you dodge roll, you gain bonus damage, and you also gain bonus damage on her ability Disengage, which allows you to hit players into the air. Now, if you were technically to go and disengage a character into the air with one of your shots and then dodge roll, and before they land or hit any walls or surfaces, hit them in the air again, you would then do 100% extra damage on that basic attack. These are the types of mechanics that make characters fun for me. This is why Cassie is in this list no matter what. If only real women could be so efficient in getting rid of men they didn't want to see. So to be clear, I'm in love with Cassie, and I think me, her, and my girlfriend could have a great time at a Motel 6 after prom. But to you, in this video, I would suggest her as a very fun character to play, not only because she's got an insane amount of CC and a lot of mobility and build variety, but she's also just dishing out some serious damage. And of course, having a high skill cap means every game you play should be and will be a learning experience, and a character that you can always get better with, for me, is a character that's fun. And now, for the number 3 reason of why Rainday should have a voice pack in Paladins is, let's get on to the number 3 most fun champion in Paladins, and that is my main man, blowing it up, Bomb King. You know, I always wonder, what is Bomb King, where does he come from, and what was his job back in his place? I know he says Bomb King, but couldn't that be just like a personality? Couldn't he be actually like a radio host and just call himself the Bomb King? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 109.9 BOMB. I'm your host, the Bomb King, and today we'll be starting off with little Barry White. Now let's stop getting into any more Bomb King fantasies for just now. We might make another video on that, but the truth is Bomb King is one of the most fun champions that I have ever played in Paladins, and I've known that from the first moment he's come out. Oh, and if you want to make a sexual orientation joke on that last line, feel free. But of course, we're talking about why the Bomb King is the most fun champion in Paladins, and to me, it's because of his insane amount of damage. Not a lot of characters can literally one-shot you, but Bomb King, if he puts enough sticky bombs onto you, can definitely do the deed. So yeah, his damage is crazy, that's good, but what else? Is there any other kind of trick or catch about this character that makes him so interesting or fun? Why is he ranking above Cassie or Evie? To me, this is more about the style. Evie and Cassie are both women. They're witches, they're hunters' daughters. These are very similar archetypes of characters that we've seen in a lot of games. But for a character to actually be a bomb, and nonetheless a Bomb King, literally opens up my mind. Fantasy items and ideas start rolling into my head like crazy, and every time I play him, I really feel like I'm playing a character, and that's what I love about him. Also, I really love the fact that Bomb King is forced to make some difficult decisions, and it makes every encounter with him unique and fun. Your Poppy Bomb can be used to blast you away, and you can build cards that will allow you to gain more air or move better while you're in the air and control where you're going to land and go, but you can also throw that Poppy Bomb onto a point and knock opponents away from that point, giving your team some much needed time to potentially recapture it. His ultimate is not the easiest to land, especially on opponents who are good and know that it's coming, but it feels very satisfying to one-shot somebody, and again, that is a great experience and a lot of fun, especially if you're playing an FPS shooter. Beyond that, the fact that he also has sticky bombs means you could set traps, or you could explode them in the air, and it's really your choice. All of your bombs that you've thrown out with your left trigger will be detonated when you press your right trigger. So how many do you throw out? Where do you throw them? Do you throw a few here? Do you throw a few onto an enemy? Do you throw some into the air and try to snipe the escaping Dragos? What do you do? These are all great questions that to me make a character gameplay experience more fun, and that's why Bomb King ranks as number 3 on my list of the most fun champions in Paladins. Now, speaking of Dragos, let's get on to my number 2 most fun champion in Paladins, and that is Dragos, the freaking dragon in this game. Do I need to talk about him anymore? I mean, that's a big enough selling point, right? Dragons sell, they're fun, they're great to play, and of course the ability to play one in an FPS shooter is not very normal. So I love how Paladins has introduced this character, and also a couple of the unique aspects to him that really make him one of the more fun gameplay experiences for me when I open up the game. Now, we've all seen One Punch Man, right? And if not, please go watch that anime right now. You will love it, you will thank me, and I will be your god for showing you that show. But truly, Dragos is the One Punch Dragon. His ultimate allows him to actually one-hit KO anyone that he touches. This is not 2,500 damage. This is not 3,000 damage. This is the entire amount of health your character has. guaranteed. You will die if you get hit with his ultimate. Talk about risk and reward. Now the reward is pretty simple, and the risk is that you fly around looking ridiculous, slamming into walls, payload carts, trees, bushes, getting stuck in places, and people just shoot you and kind of laugh while you're dying. But hitting that full health Fernando with that one punch and completely changing the dynamic of a fight is so rewarding. Of course, the fact that Dragos has a rocket booster on his back, and so he's able to jetpack up into the air, fly around due to some technology. I thought dragons had wings, but I guess he needs a jetpack. Makes it that much cooler, and your airtime with Dragos can be very, very high if you buy the right cards, meaning that you're playing in the air. It's fun. It's your typical rocket launcher class, and it's a blast to play. They did a great job designing Dragos, and for me, that's why he ranks as number 2 on my list in the most fun champions in Paladins. And now it's time for your number 1 most fun champion in Paladins, according to me, Rainday, and that is Buck. I feel like I did that voice pretty well. Now, you may love him, you may hate him, he may not be your style, but for me, he's everything that I want. He's a dream. Oh my god. The CC that he has, knocking people up into the air, netting them so they can't escape, blocking them off with a rock wall so they can't go anywhere even if they get away. It's just so beautiful. I didn't think I was gonna tear up in this video, but oh boy, here come the waterworks. So the truth is, I really love Buck because to me, Buck symbolizes something that I love in video games. He allows me to do what I want to do without anyone being able to stop me. I can jump away from CC. I can heal myself up. I can trap people in walls. I can root my targets so they can't catch up to me, or I can catch up to them. I love the fact that Buck is a control-oriented fighter, and not only can he do damage, but because of Heroic Leap, Recovery being an ability that allows him to heal, and Tightrope, the card, allowing him to mount up and move ridiculously fast, he can reposition out of bad situations pretty quickly, heal up, and be back in the fight in no time. I mean, the beauty of Buck is the fact that there's always something to do. You can always jump on someone, you can always net somebody, and your damage up close is pretty formidable, so people will want to run away from you, but of course you can just net shot them and jump again to try and catch up with them, or Tightrope near them and basically be right where they are. He's so hard to get away from, and that's one of the reasons why I just love him. It's a great experience for me. And in the end, almost every character in Paladins is its own unique and very fun experience for me. These are just my top 5. And yes, fun is what this video was about, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I see so many people playing games and not having fun because they're getting harassed or not having a great experience and they're losing and thinking that that's the end of the world rather than just an opportunity to learn. And for me, I want to make videos that focus people on the heart of gaming, why we all started, why we still continue to play and strive to be better. It's because we want to have fun. We want to enjoy ourselves and enjoy our lives because time flies by really quickly and there's not a lot of extra. To spend years doing things you don't want or having experiences that you don't enjoy, it's not worthwhile. So yeah, this video is a great showcase of Paladins and the fun champions they put out and will continue to put out. But more importantly, this video is to remind everyone that fun is important in life. A lot of us work so hard and have forgotten how to let loose, how to relax and enjoy ourselves. So don't forget, remember, train yourself to have fun again because it's worthwhile and you deserve it. So go out, have some fun with your friends, or go to the bar and buy a drink on me. And no, don't send me a tab because I can't pay for all of your drinks, but enjoy yourselves. And thanks so much for watching, guys. My name is Rainday, and again, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing to the channel because of this video. I appreciate it, and of course, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.